Welcome to the Disability Myth, the podcast where we explore the realities of disability with handsomeness, humility, and hamminess. My name's Dominic, and I was born with a fatal neuromuscular condition called spinal muscular atrophy. My co-host, Uriel, and I tackle serious issues, but we don't take ourselves too seriously.
SMA and boats. How did that go?
SMA and boats?
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it, boats are just not as wheelchairs. We're here to share stories, break down barriers, and remind everyone that we're not so different. So hit subscribe and let's shed light on some myths. And we're back.
Hey. Wardrobe change.
Fit change.
Yeah. I got the. He's got the.
Don't break my foot.
I'll show him. He's got the. Bow, 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 bow. The Balenciagans.
What you know about the Air Slips one?
Fabricado in China. What you know about that?
All right, well that was a great intro. I mean transition.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's been like 3 months.
yeah, it's been a couple of months since we recorded the first half of this video, this podcast episode, answering the questions that we got from high schoolers when
The
I did some
children. You
speaking
can't forget
there.
about the children.
It's all about the
The
children.
children.
All about the children. Aggressively smacks fists together.
Yeah.
Can you put my foot back on the foot pedal, please?
Oh shit.
Thanks, dog.
Sorry. I don't want to mess up your J's.
So we are picking up right where we left off with the questions, about halfway through. So without further ado, let's get back into it, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, Uriel, who is your favorite 49ers player and why?
Oh, dang. The one in the red gold jersey.
That's about 53 of them, buddy.
You can't. No, this is for you. Who's your favorite?
It's gotta be
Purdy.
no.
McCaffrey.
Okay, I'm gonna do this as a two-parter. No, three-parter, because that's only fair. Favorite player on offense is
Okay,
McCaffrey.
sure.
No, I take it back. Sorry, McCaffrey. I love you, but
Oh,
George Kittle. George Kittle for sure. Um,
Kittle.
my favorite
Hardly know her. Sorry, it's
my favorite player on defense is Fred Warner,
mm,
and my favorite player on special teams. I'm trying to think. We don't have a very amazing special teams unit, to be honest.
I didn't know you guys had a special teams unit.
You know what special teams is?
No.
That's the people who kick the ball, basically.
Oh, the kicker?
Yeah, he's part of the special teams unit.
Mm.
And our kicker kind of sucks. So, just being honest.
Well, this is postseason now that we're recording this after the season.
Yeah, this is post Super
And
Bowl.
Subtle foreshadowing for the future, the 49ers do not make the playoffs. They're all broken. Dare I say disabled? You know, like 3 months ago.
How is it foreshadowing?
It's the future.
We're
Yeah.
recapping the season.
Like 3 months ago, like oh the Niners, we gonna have a great season, and then like now like part two, oh womp womp, they're cooked.
Basically. Um,
Oh gosh.
I'm struggling. Favorite player on
Um,
special teams? I mean Debo when he returns, I guess, but he's probably
who's
gonna get traded.
Debo? You guys got a guy named Debo?
Yeah, Debo.
Dang.
Yeah.
My
Well,
favorite,
probably not for long though.
my favorite one is probably the one that does the most touchdowns, whoever that is. I'll ride the bandwagon. Is that like Kittle, McCaffrey,
Kittle scores a
somebody?
lot. So does McCaffrey and Purdy probably because he throws all of them.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. What?
What?
After you.
Okay. Beauty before age. Okay. What motivated you to pursue your dreams? Oh,
It's a very wholesome question.
money, women, power,
Yes.
greed.
What's that Kanye song?
All of them.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I feel like Pablo when I'm walking down the street. Something, something.
I definitely don't feel like Pablo when I'm walking down the street.
Uh,
Sorry.
yeah.
Uh, what motivated me to pursue my dreams? This is a interesting question because it's phrased as if it assumes I have achieved my dreams, which I don't think I have, and
And they're ever changing.
ever evolving. Um,
When I was 5, my dream was to own and collect all the Beyblades in the world. But then my parents said, nah, we broke. I'm like, dang. Decided to change the dream. So it changes.
so what is it now?
Still Beyblades.
Still
No,
Beyblades.
I'm joking.
We're still in the not the greatest economic situation either. Nothing has really changed.
But we've discussed this. I'm really bad at setting small term time goals. I just kind of go off
Hmm.
the flow. It's been something I've been trying to change. At the moment, just a lot of you could call me a late bloomer. A lot of academic strangle holding. Um, caught up in academics. I have a lot of credits. I could transfer pretty much and just poop out a degree in 2 years, but
Yeah.
I have a degree, but there's a bunch of other things that dreams and goals are complicated because there's one thing that you want, but then there's a bunch of other surrounding factors that help or go against what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah, it's so easy to get distracted.
That just mental health, dog. It's just I I know this is for high schoolers, but sometimes people over romanticize the grind. You know what I mean? I say grind, but
Enjoy the grind.
and yeah, get in touch with your support system because I know this is me going off of what little I know. I know that younger people, especially the newer Gen Zers, Gen Alphaers, those that crowd, and us as well, we're included in that. We have a loneliness epidemic and a feeling where we don't really know who to trust or who to go to. And kind of a very surface level relationship where kind of it's hard to find genuine friendship. And I think those feelings don't magically go away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's achieve your dreams, but also take care of yourself,
Yeah.
please. So my current dreams, making bread, getting this paper. Um, I got so much paper, dog. Got so much paper, dog. Got so much paper, dog.
Oh, re-up.
Abe Lincoln on speed dial. What you know about that?
Clip it, clip it.
No. But no, honestly, it's for me just getting a degree in something I relatively enjoy.
Hmm.
And then we talked about it last night, breaking out of my bubble, volunteering more, seeing what I can do with the community.
Yeah.
Because I've been very hermit, very introverted, very inside. And I always talk a big game about wanting to help people, but now I actually gotta do that.
Yeah.
And it's a mixture of volunteering, figuring out what I like, finishing school, and then see where we go from there.
Yeah.
That's
No.
my dream.
And I think that's a very important thing. That last bit is you don't have to plan every little thing out. Like you can adapt. You can make stuff up as you go. I think it's just important to stick with what you're good at, stick with what you like. And at the end of the day, what, pushes me to do what I do every day, to work on what I work on, my podcast, my radio work, my advocacy, is just trying to make, as corny as it sounds, the world a better place, you know?
Yeah. What, like in your current dream, current goal? Like
I have a few, you know, like I want to get this
Brett.
website, I want to get this website going.
Oh yeah. What? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
If this comes out, if this episode comes out in the order that it should, then the
New
website
website.
will already be up, and you'll possibly be watching this episode from the website. So that's cool. I have full faith in future Dominic.
Oops, says do I.
So, okay, moving on.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh,
How are you able to get through the hardship of your surgeries?
that's a doozy.
So you haven't had a major surgery recently? Well, I guess it's like usually people say recent is in like the last 5 years.
Yeah,
It's been longer than that since your spinal fusion.
yeah. So I had
Yeah.
my spinal fusion when I was 13, I believe, 12, 13, I forget. It was a while ago.
Yeah. Wow.
Solid,
Over a decade.
yeah, 11 years ago, roughly.
Yeah.
And that was, as I said, a doozy. I had clinical depression, uh, was dealing with a lot of changes uh, regarding my body, and that included getting a tracheostomy put in, getting a G tube put in, all within weeks of having a 9 hour long major life-risking operation to straighten my scoliosis.
And during those weeks, in multiple weeks, you're just in the hospital, right? You're just
Just
like you're in the hospital for a straight month
in
almost.
the trenches.
In the trench.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And uh, I can't give you a great answer for what got me through it because as the balloons pop up on the screen,
Yay! Sorry.
I don't even know how that happened. Hit your hands down, dude. Hands in lap. When your toddler has ADHD.
Oh, hey.
I don't have a great answer for this. I have certain memories that stick out. You know, I remember crying a lot. I remember watching Friends every night. It came on the small little ass TV in the corner of the
Oh,
room.
is that the one? Nobody told me life was gonna be this
Yeah.
way. Ba 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 ba. That one?
Yep.
Okay.
Lots of Friends and commercial breaks on Friends
How about
involved.
this? Let's reframe it. During that month of hardship, what were the little things that helped you get through it?
The little things that helped me
You
get
know?
through it were the people around
Yeah,
me.
because I know you talk a lot about that one nurse that helped you out.
Yeah, I had a child life specialist, and she was a psychiatrist, or I don't know about a psychiatrist, definitely a psychologist that specialized in pediatrics, and her whole job was to help people, kids, get through times like I went through. And she would come in, she would help me adapt to play games on an iPad or distract myself from what was going on, do homework, just do normal kid stuff. And so she was a really big part of my recovery. My grandparents were, and just a lot of the doctors and the staff, were a big part of it. I had a doctor tell me, you're never gonna get off of a ventilator. Like you're gonna be on a ventilator your whole life. And so sitting with that idea really motivated me to, get off of the ventilator and to try with my rehab to put in the effort to, get out of the hospital at some point soon, like ASAP. Because I just was struggling there, like in that environment. You're secluded away from your natural like environment, your home, your friends, and
For a very sterile
yeah,
by like in the hospital, you know.
yeah. And I think definitely what helped keep me grounded was the people that were around me and the idea of coming home. That that's what it was that got me through it. So,
Yeah, I haven't gone through any like crazy surgeries yet, but let's hope,
Yeah.
this is because part one was filmed like th a few months ago, and then recent events of a certain CEO and particular medical industry of a country of which I won't name,
If
if you know what I'm talking about.
you know, you know.
Yeah, but I've had I was like temporarily disabled for a little bit. I had like a double pinched nerve and it got real bad. And the thing that helped me get through it, because I was bedridden for months, was focusing on what I could do and then remembering that it's not over and doubling down on physical therapy and talking to friends and therapists to help me through it.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's post-surgery recovery is not a sprint. That is a marathon. It takes months, years to recover and get back to where you were. And I think it's very important to keep that in mind and to celebrate little victories instead of focusing what you used to do and just
Yeah.
focus on what you can do. And I think that's like very important
Yeah,
because it's
100%.
like, yeah, that was kind of a deeper one, but now this is a fun one.
What are your favorite hobbies?
Ooh, what are your favorite hobbies?
Art.
Women, money, power. No. Arc, yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
video games. Uh, let's see. What other hobbies do I have? Do
Um,
I have other hobbies?
no, you're kind of boring.
Yeah, I kind
No,
of.
I'm joking. Um, Public speaking,
I mean, is that a
um,
hobby though?
communal
I say
organization,
advocacy.
advocacy,
Advocacy.
yeah. Um,
In my free time, I occasionally will write. I haven't done it a whole lot lately, but it's something I enjoy doing that I feel I'm good at. What about you?
oh, show them.
Oh,
Show them, dude. I'm showing them. I'm being like financially irresponsible, dude. Check this out. We got Magic the Gathering. This is like a deck I've been cooking up. What you know about Corvold?
horrible.
That's right. Play Magic the Gathering, Beyblade Litter. No, I'm joking. But no, I play Magic the Gathering with friends. It's fun. I love Magic. It's social. Quite an expensive hobby if you make it expensive. Usually it's guitar, a lot of guitar. I play music, do 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 do. A lot of music, Magic the Gathering, poetry. I've been wanting to dedicate a part of like a corner of the house to a Bob Ross little studio.
Oh, that'd be
I've
so
been I've
cool.
been wanting to crash out and just buy a little canvas and like whatever, like titanium white and like and just I don't know, painting.
That'd be cool. That reminds me, since we recorded the first part of this episode, we or I started taking a Photoshop course, so that's
Mm.
been fun. I've been doing that in my free time. It's only like once a week on Fridays, but I try to do a little bit every day, so it's been a bit of a hobby as of late. And yeah, that's been fun. I like it. Anything really creative, I enjoy.
Yeah, all my hobbies are just kind of how do I word it? Also video games too.
Yeah,
It's like my hobbies, it's like video games not too much lately. Like as I gotten older, I've gotten more selective of like, okay, I'm only gonna play like 3 games that come out this year.
yeah,
Like the only ones I actually care about.
yeah.
Like I'm no longer like keeping up with the Joneses and trying to like buy like the newest hottest thing every month. I just focus on like 2 or 3 things. And it's the same with Magic the Gathering. I only invest so much money into a deck that I know I'll actually enjoy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like a deck that
Like,
I actually want to play.
I feel like that's just the adult in you, like why would I waste money, time? doing
Because I'm
something
a
I don't.
gambling addict, because I could spend $300 for like 18 packs and rip them and never get my money back. But then I could just money spread all these rares. It's like, look at that. You know? Oh, I'm just saying, like if you do play TCG, Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic the Gathering, buy singles. Just go out and buy the card. Like don't, because you run into a problem where I know a buddy that would buy like boxes and he would never make his money back.
Hmm.
He spent like thousands of dollars and he has like a huge collection. Yeah, he has a huge collection, but the problem is if you're bad at organizing, eh, you just have like boxes of like cards
It
and
just
then
sounds more problematic.
yeah, no, then you become the one guy. It's like, hey man, can I come over? I'm kind of looking for something. I'm like, yo, bro, can I have this, bro? Can you come on, bro? You know what I mean? It's like you become that guy,
Gotcha.
where everybody like, are we actually friends, or do you only love me for my magic collection? You
You
know,
only want
you
me
you don't
for
want
my
to be that guy.
magic.
You don't want to be that guy. Like, unless you do want to be that guy, more power to you. But like, I do have a collection, but it's all organized and like whatever.
Yeah.
And I do try to trade with other people for like, it's like the irresponsible thing would be to like buy a guitar every other month and like spend like hundreds of dollars on like cardboard.
Yeah.
You know, me, nah, I just focus on like what I like.
Yeah. All right. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go and why, buddy?
Oh, we were just talking about this. I go to Africa.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really fun. And people think like, oh, that's so scary. It's just like, nah, just give me all the malaria shots. We're talking like, I don't know. Let's, I got two wolves inside of me. Two wolves. One wants to do the cringy tourist stuff, like ooh safari, ooh, like all that stuff, and go to like all the like normal tour guidey, like this is Africa, but it's not actually Africa. It's just like the nice parts of Africa they want you to see.
Yeah.
And
I
then the other wolf is just like, nah, I want to be in the city.
want
I
to be
want to.
in the ghettos.
Yeah, yeah. Well, not necessarily the ghetto, but like I just want to like, yo, this is Africa. I'm here, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's it's like this
Like
is
I want to
cool.
walk down
Like I
the
want to
street and see a pack of hyenodons.
no, no, no. I want to like talk to these people. I actually want to like interact with actual locals and actually get the vibes and like say, oh, what's it like this? It's like, yo, tell me you're like the good, the bad, I want to know the culture. Like yeah, like I don't want to I'm on the tour bus and they're giving me like African food that's been like, toned down.
Yeah.
But I want to be like out in like the bush for a little bit and like, yeah, no, give me the actual like, like that
Yeah.
shit. I think it'd be also Africa is so huge. I feel like if I was gonna plan a trip, like where would you go and why? Let's do like a solid. I feel like you can't. I feel like you can only understand a place if you're there for more than 2 weeks. So, which is why I would propose month and a half.
Okay.
And I'm talking like we spend like a solid week in different like cities, like
Yeah.
each week, like 1 week South Africa. Not only the poor, like gentrified white neighborhood, but also like the other side of the wall. Because there's an apartheid thing there. Like I
Right.
want to know the history,
Oh,
and Nelson Mandela, all that stuff. I think it'd be really cool to explore.
yeah.
And then I don't know anything else, but
Okay.
I'm a dumb American. But that's why we
That's the whole
travel.
point.
That's why we
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah.
South Africa, there's Zimbabwe, that's like above South Africa. And then we have Somalia. Then we have like the East Coast, and like on the West Coast, we have the Ivory Coast is up here, Morocco, Egypt, kind of, that's Africa adjacent. And then
Hmm.
I know the Congo's right here. Angola is like somewhere, I don't know. I'm trying,
Before it painted a whole map.
Yeah, but there you go. How about you?
Oh yeah. Um. So fun fact. Growing up, one of my favorite video games was Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and ever since I've played Brotherhood, I've always wanted to go
To the
to
Caribbean. Oh, Brotherhood,
not
sorry.
not Black Flag,
Oh,
not Black Flag, buddy.
uh,
I've always wanted to go to Rome. That
hmm.
just sounds fun. I want to go check out the Colosseum. I feel like it wouldn't be very accessible, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
I feel like because I spent like a month in like Ireland, and like Ireland. I know that's not Rome, but it's like Europe adjacent. You know,
Hmm.
it's not America, but they have a lot of those like brick roads, and I'm
Yeah.
worried that like Rome might be the same. And like in your chair, it's like brrr, you
I need
know.
to like wear a neck brace or something to keep my head
Oh
from
my
like just
God.
bouncing.
Yeah. Like,
All right. What device do you play Ark on?
I was gonna grab your controller to flex on him.
Uh,
It's the PS5, but it's covered in gamer gunk.
yeah, you gotta clean my controls. Yeah, I play on PS5.
It's me or the PS5.
Which one of us is more your type?
Fortnite Battle Pass.
Okay,
I just excreted.
that's a cut.
Booted up my PC
Cause I
because I
did
need
beat
me.
Fortnite Battle Pass. All right. Why is my favorite football team the 49ers? That's an easy one because my dad was a 49ers fan.
Easy cut.
Yep.
Send it to market.
What would be your favorite football team, Uriel? What's your favorite team?
I'm an idiot. I let's find a
That's just
burp.
the answer, boom.
Fighting a burp. This season it was animal adjacent because I like animals. So I went with Detroit Lions. The Broncos, I think, is horsies. And there's a third animal adjacent team that I enjoyed. Was it the Tigers? No, no,
No,
what was it?
not the Eagles.
No, no, I was pro Eagles. Like not my team personally, but I didn't like the Chiefs, so
Who else were you going? The Ravens?
I guess, yeah, at one point. See, I change. I don't have any like loyalty,
Yeah.
you know. Um
He's
the
just like,
Bills, there we go.
oh, the Bills.
Yeah, the Bills.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, because it's just like if they're animal adjacent and they're dominating, I'm there with them. So that's usually it just so happens that the Detroit Lions were up the past couple years. So
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, Detroit never been, but you know,
Hell yeah.
I was an Eagles fan. We won. Go Eagles.
Go Birds.
I've been an Eagles fan for a whole 3 weeks. Feels good to win.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
All right, favorite candy.
Hmm.
What's
Are you
favorite candy?
asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I don't normally don't like ever since I've done like dentist stuff, cavity fillings, and like
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, you gotta keep in mind, these are questions asked by high schoolers, like probably not even had dental work done.
Oh, like life hasn't like smacked him yet.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, a root canal. Oh, that'll be 5,632. You know, like on their parents' like dental insurance plan. You know, just like cruising. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Favorite candy? Oh shit. We could keep that in. Oh, they're just high schoolers. Who cares? You know? I already said excrement, whatever, whatever.
Potato, potato.
Yeah, it's the same stuff.
Yeah.
Um, when I was in high school, this is gonna be really cringe, but I was into black licorice. I know.
You got the whole squad laughing, dude. What? Black licorice
Yeah, dude.
specifically.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now and then later on, those malt balls. What-
Uh,
I forget what they're
I
called.
think I know what you're talking about.
And currently, I can't think of any. Oh, chocolate covered orange stuff.
Like we get at the chocolate factory.
Yeah, or some like I like fruity, citrusy, bitter stuff.
Hmm.
Hence the black licorice.
That makes sense.
So not too sweet, a little citrusy, you know, like that stuff, which is what you'll naturally. I feel like I'm genetically disposed,
Predisposed.
predisposed to like coffee because coffee is all that. It's bitter, citrusy, bright, it has a bunch of stuff going on. So it's
Yeah.
like that. That's my favorite candy. Just
Okay.
yeah, like fruit covered chocolate. Oh.
Okay, friendship test. What's my favorite candy?
Later. No, I rarely see you eat candy.
Yeah, I
I
don't do
rarely
it.
see you eat candy. Mars bar.
No.
Uh, Reese's.
Yes.
Ah,
Reese's.
Reese's.
Call me Ricky Berwick. I like my Reese's.
Okay. Peanut butter
Um,
cup. 3 months. This is 3 months ago. The Reese's butter, like peanut butter butter. The peanut butter cup used to be bigger. Sizeflation.
did it change?
They're
Or do we just get
smaller.
different packages?
They're
I
smaller.
can't
Either that
remember.
or I'm bigger now. I'm
Hmm.
huge. I don't know, because they're smaller now. They're smaller.
Hmm.
Like the peanut butter cups, I'm like, they're smaller. They're like
Hmm.
these little things.
Hmm.
Like, and now I feel like they made the XLs the
The
standard
normal.
size.
Yeah.
That was like the normal size like years ago. And now the normal ones are just like, it's stupid. Anyway, I'm about to crash out. I'm about to pull a Luigi. Uh-oh, you should probably cut that. No, I'm joking. No, I would never do no harm. I do not own a firearm. I am a good boy. I would never. For the record.
All right. Favorite restaurant for you?
I don't have any, dude. I don't go out, man.
Yeah.
In this economy? No, I'm kidding, but dude, it's not a restaurant, but the Trader Joe's, man, just like
Hell
the
yeah.
frozen section, like go go to Trader Joe's, grab a microwavable burrito, sit at the table,
I
candle
mean
it,
the cashiers, they're nice enough. It's service with a smile.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, Rick, the gas station, a hot dog. That's not a restaurant, but like, bro, like these are troubled times, I just flexed all the cash I had on me. That's like $8. What can $8 get you? I don't know, a gas station burrito
Yeah.
and like maybe a candle, a 99-cent
Why do you
candle.
need a candle?
For the
Well, the
ambiance,
ambiance.
like on my crappy little wooden table at home, like dude, I turn on like use my phone, I get on Spotify and like play some Italian music, and I'm just eating my my like
You're like hot dog with plastic fork and
yeah,
knife.
it's like he said no hi, she no how you want, it's like from Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, see, it's playing music. Question mark. That's right. In an angelic voice.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I think one of
That's not an actual. I have not eaten at enough restaurants. They're like, I haven't had an Anton Ego
it,
moment.
it makes you wonder like where the high schoolers be eating at, that ask these
El
questions.
Rancho,
Like, but they got to be eating somewhere to ask what restaurant we go to
Mickey
that we
D's.
frequent.
I don't know. I can't like I don't know. There's a lot of restaurants here, but a lot of them are kind of like Michelin star contenders. And I've been to Michelin star restaurants. This is gonna be a hot take. Hot take. I think my taste buds are just poor, but
I mean, that's obvious by the fact that you like black licorice.
okay. I've had an $80 steak at a Michelin star restaurant.
Okay.
It's probably one of the worst steaks I've ever had. And then I'm like, wow, this ain't me.
The same for me.
This ain't me. Yeah, like it's gonna be really sacrilegious. This is how I make a steak. You ready? Ready to get dumbfounded, blabbergasted.
Hit me with it.
Black pepper,
Mm-hmm.
some salt,
Mm-hmm.
onion powder. You sear it a little bit, you sear it. Well done. That's it, just in its
Yeah.
own juices. That's it. I've always cooked everything well done. I don't know. It's like maybe it's a Mexican thing. We don't really do medium rare, like carne
Yeah.
asada and all that we do. Like My dad cooks all his steaks well done. Filet mignon, I know, sacrilegious, but my dad's
Well done.
my dad's filet mignons have all been more tender and more flavorful than some of the medium rare steaks I've had at restaurants.
Mm.
I don't know how he does it. I don't know why he does it. Maybe we just got a good pair of steaks, but like no butter, none of that. It's just I don't know. Just try it.
Okay.
Just try it.
Hey, you can whip it up for me, bro.
Just try it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
whip
It's
it up for
like
me.
something about it. I don't know.
I'll try it.
I don't
You make really good banana bread.
know. I've also been making creme brulees.
Dude, that was
Oh, the
crazy.
creme brulee? Oh, it's crazy. Oh,
Crazy.
crazy.
My favorite restaurant is as a kid, my grandparents would take me to Disneyland for my birthday every year, and I think it still might stand as my favorite restaurant, the Rainforest Cafe. Because
Damn, that place is so mid.
n- nowhere else can you have a nice a whole chicken
Oh,
on a plate with a monkey screaming behind you. And I think, what more can you ask for from a restaurant? That's an experience. That's not a meal. That's an experience.
you said rain. There's no local rainforest cafes here.
There used to be a Disneyland, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I don't think it's there anymore, but they have different locations.
a favorite restaurant, honestly, like, oh, I used to have a favorite restaurant. It used to be Pho 805 in
Oh,
Stillwater,
you know,
California,
I never went there.
because they were not handicap accessible. They were on the
Uh,
second story.
uh,
Um,
uh,
it was owned by a Vietnamese family.
mhm.
We're talking like nobody spoke English. It was always hot in there. Like if it's like during the summer, unbearable. Like you don't want to be there. Sweaty, smelly. Nobody speaks English.
Yeah.
And it was like the mom. Well, it smelled good because it was pho, right? I
Okay.
didn't like not like smelly bad, as in like covered in like the soup,
Yeah.
the food. It's very humid because second story,
Right.
right? It was like a
You,
family operation, no more than three people working at a time. Some of the best pho I've ever had, and I've been chasing that high ever since. Like their broth, their noodle, ain't nothing hit as hard as that. Ain't nothing hit as hard. And every time I go to a new pho place, it's like it ain't the same. It ain't pho 805. Something about their broth. I don't know, man. They had the crack, so they sprinkled something in it. It was immaculate. It was good. There you go.
okay.
But it no longer exists. It exists, but they've moved to Washington.
Oh, what's quite the move?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So because their daughter, again, family unit, the daughter had graduated from the University of Washington.
Oh,
So they decided to like pack up their bags and like move the restaurant, the whole family that way. And I miss them. Current favorite restaurant? None. But
we'll tag him on this.
sure. Hopefully you don't get offended. I call them smelly. I meant like it smelled good. Sorry, this is lack of a better word. I'm sorry. I caught lacking.
All
And
right.
it's like one of those like stereotypical like, ooh, it's humid.
Yeah.
And it's like nobody can like understand English, So it's like, oh, what am I signed up? What did I sign up for? I signed up for culture.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, like dang, Sorry. We spent too long on that. Sorry.
You're good. What's what's one thing you could change about your life and why?
Um, honestly, probably go back like 7 years and like slap the shit out of myself and tell me, brush your teeth, floss.
Set up that
Because,
retirement account.
oh yeah, start my retirement account earlier because I was just sitting on like like a few $1,000s, just like not doing anything,
Yeah.
just like working and just like in my early 20s, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I probably would have started my retirement account sooner. and told, I would have taken better care of my teeth. And not to scare the high schoolers, but I'm going to scare the high schoolers.
Brush your teeth.
Yeah, three fillings will run you about 700, 800. All right, keep that number in mind. A root canal costs me about 1900, and I still need a $1,300 crown. Do the math. That's with insurance. So I can afford it, but I've been paying it off over time. And man, is it a pain in the ass. So brush your teeth.
Brush them teeth.
And if you have a
Um,
bunch of money laying around from working, high yield savings account. You don't got to use your the same. I know because you kind of got grandfathered in a joint account with a parent or something. I know because you're a high schooler or you know what I mean? Joint account with the parents, all that. But like if you're working part-time while going to high school and you plan on continuing working part-time or maybe full-time post high school and you've been saving this money, talk to your parents about maybe getting your own account or maybe transferring that money elsewhere to a different bank on a mobile app or something with a high yield interest rate.
spitting.
If you're not, because like I probably wouldn't recommend investing now, if I'll be honest, because it's kind of like volatile. Like in high
Oh,
school, like you don't got you don't. I'm sorry, you don't got motion like that. You don't get you know what I mean? Like, hey, it's keeping it real. You're like you don't got motion like that. Like go to college, do all the stuff first, get situated. And once you start gaining motion and you paid off all your shenanigans, then you know what I mean?
so what's one thing I would change about my life and why? Trying to think. I think I would. This is something I can actively change. I need to go out more. I
Uh,
I kind of just sit in here like do my thing, like
we were just
work,
talking
play
about that
video
last night.
games.
I was crying. I was at his bedside, like, like unironically, because it's like, man, I'm like depressed. I want to go out there and help people.
Yeah,
I want to go out here and do stuff. I want to volunteer. We're planning on doing wheelchair camp.
junior wheelchair sports
Yeah, and
camp.
I think it'd be a good experience for me and a good experience for Dominic. He's been there before.
Yeah, get the big pamphlet.
I wanna help the kids. I think it'd be really fun
Oh yeah.
to break out of the shell. Again, loneliness epidemic, and this goes out to high schoolers that don't necessarily know what they want to do with their lives. And I'd say it's hard. You gotta fight the hermit. If you want to, if you feel like you're not doing enough, if you feel like you're not doing enough, or you feel like you could do more, or you're not sure, like, who am I? Like, what do I like doing? Volunteer.
Yeah.
Just volunteer your time. Like, how do you know, how do you know, like, the more experiences you have, the better understanding you have of yourself, your community, like other things. Get out there, because, not to scare you, but like, where does
Oh, you're
like,
done to scare them, bro, by now. Come on.
well, I don't want to scare, but like, where does like bigotry, all these things, where do all these like negative like things like start to like manifest? It comes from like ignorance or just kind of like a lack of self. Or like you're maybe inexperienced and those inexperiences turn into like insecurity. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just like feeling stagnant. And what are and when we feel stagnant, we tend to like blame others or whatever and like you know what I mean? And like the best thing I could say it's like if you feel like that, the best thing you can do is go out and just talk to people.
Hmm.
Talk to your therapist. Get out, like there may I say jokingly touch grass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm a big believer in the idea of you are a summation of your experiences and the people in your life. And the more people in your life, the more experiences. you've had, the more you'll understand about who you really are.
Yeah, and I think it's an incredible thing to do because if you're working part-time, full-time, and volunteering, what I'm saying is just like y- you're not gonna have it all figured out. I don't have it all
I
figured
don't
out.
have it all figured out.
And
And I do like a bunch of stuff.
yeah, and it's just like no need to compare yourself to other people. You know, this is your journey. Do what you want.
Yep.
Do what what's meaningful to you.
No one's grading you,
Yeah.
and it's not a race.
And like, it's just I'm saying just if there's like a local program or something, like they're at a how do I word it? The other day I walked into the Pride Center at the local community college and I was trying to get in touch with them, like, oh, how can I help? Because I have friends that are part of the community.
Yeah.
And, me, I always beat myself up for like, oh, how do I help them? How do I
Hmm.
protect them? How do I humanize them?
Be a supporter.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
do I, because it like, and like I talk to them and like, oh, thank you for like caring, whatever. I'm like, oh, this is dope, like
Yeah.
socializing with people, you know? Like no pressure. It's just me stepping into the Pride Center and talking to these people, getting to know them, express my feelings or whatever is just as impactful for them as it was for me. Even like, let's say, even if I don't end up volunteering, the fact that
You went in there.
I went in
Yeah.
and I'm like, yo, I care about you. And how can you get, like stuff like that, being mindful, just that stuff,
Yeah, dude.
like whatever, whatever little, I'm not a big social media poster, as you know, but it's just little stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
And if you feel like this weird resentment or like this like weird hate, I'm going from like personal experience because I'm going at it with these are trying times politically, economically, there's a bunch of stuff going on. And instead of falling into like a weird, like aggressive or like angry, spiteful, like that, I'm saying like maybe volunteer your time, talk to people, open up a little bit, therapy,
Hmm.
talk to people. Why do you feel the way you do? And this is going to like everyone, but especially like young men,
Yeah.
because I feel like y'all need to hear it.
Okay, next one was asking if I ever got jealous of other people that don't have SMA.
For sure.
I used to
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot when I was a
I
kid.
feel like it's natural, right? Because
Yeah.
like very comparative when you're younger, a lot
Yeah.
of emotions. How do you know? Yeah.
I don't know if I would say I felt the emotion jealousy towards certain people, but just more so wishing that I was like everyone else,
Yeah.
right? Those types of feelings of uh, isolation, like we've been talking about. And
Yeah.
as I got older, that went away. Uh, I think specifically as I made friends and, found the people that mean a lot to me in my life. Uh, it doesn't take away from the fact that I have this disability, but having those people in my life that are important to me, is an anchor. Keeps me focused on what to be grateful for. So, yeah. How
I
did,
I get jealous of you sometimes because you have quite the work ethic.
uh, it's okay.
Uh,
It's
it's better than mine.
eh,
Well, no, I say that. I beat myself up. I've been like no lifing homework for the past 2 days, and I'm ahead.
yeah.
So I'm going to talk. But
Well,
it's like
the thing about me, my work ethic is really good when I want it to be really good.
yeah.
I'll spend like 2 or 3 days in a row just being an absolute degenerate, doing nothing but playing Ark. But then
That's gonna be me this weekend.
I would Monster Hunter, yeah.
Monster Hunter Wilds, catch me not volunteering, a huge hypocrite. I'll be inside. No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. Hey, no, hey.
Yeah. Let's see. How did it feel to go to college with such a rare disease that you have? Hmm. I think this was asked because I made it a point in my talk to, uh, discuss how rare my condition is and the odds of having my condition and graduating college. It was
Yeah,
like,
pretty rare.
yeah, I don't know the number off the top of my head, but what I do know is being born with SMA is a probability of 0.0001. And you think about that and the odds of someone with SMA going to college and graduating. Um, I don't know many people besides myself and a few of my friends. So,
In my experience, every time we visited a bigger college like UCSB, UCLA, I feel like people are so invested in their schoolwork and themselves that like even when you were out and about doing stuff at UCLA, I feel like hardly anybody really paid all that much attention to you or cared.
yeah. Well,
Everybody's like pretty antisocial, if that everyone's like
well,
very much
in their
like,
own worlds.
yeah,
And, I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't tell you I'm the same way. Like,
right, because college is stressful, man. You just gotta do what you gotta do.
yeah,
You know,
I've never thought about, I've never put too much thought into being a person with a disability that graduated college. More so,
because this is casual to you. Yeah, I did it.
I have a disability and I graduated college. Like
Oh,
they're separate things, you know?
yeah.
I don't attribute the two to the same kind of thing in my head, you know? Uh, they're separate. Like they have nothing to do with each other. And I feel like that's probably the way it is for a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
Uh, Depends on the circumstance. But
Hmm.
there was another question uh, that I think ties into this, and that was how does my disability affect me on a daily basis?
Mm.
And that's a really interesting question because
Very intricate.
I would ask you,
Oh,
how does living without a disability affect you on a daily basis? Can you like conceptualize what it's like to live your life and what it would be like to live a different life? Because that's essentially what you're asking.
yeah. Um, realistically, um, what's the word? Empathetic, sympathetic,
What?
where I only know what it feels like to live as me,
Right.
who is able-bodied, but it doesn't mean I have like my aches, pains, and sores.
Mm-hmm.
And when I see elderly people and other disabled people, I could put myself in their shoes and be like, okay, clearly this thing that they're doing hurts them and they need help. And like I asked them, like, oh, like that.
Yeah.
Like being like kind of mindful of, well, it's like it's really like a muscle or like a thing that I've flexed a lot being friends with you. Because when you're younger, you only know what it feels like to be you and you're young and like you could do anything. You could like go to the gym and like like lift weights and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the cartilage, like your bones haven't fully fused. You can get away with a bunch of shit,
Yeah.
but like being friends with you varies like I really had to practice that mindfulness of like other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, some people can't do this, some people can't do that.
Yeah.
And like I might not fully understand what it's like to have SMA. At least I could through you, I could like have
Idea.
yeah, a
Yeah.
general idea of like what things are an issue, what isn't, where they would need help in, stuff like that. But like no, like to answer that question, I don't know what it feels like to have SMA or like be elderly because I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
So it's
And
kind of
so with that in mind, it's kind of hard to imagine how it affects me on a daily basis.
because this is how you exist.
Right. That's my normal
Yeah.
everyday. I've thought about, what if I was born without a major disability? If
Mm,
I was just ambulatory healthy, relatively speaking.
right.
And I definitely think I would be an entirely different person because my experiences that have made me who I am now would have been different experiences.
Yeah, sometimes I think about that and I wonder like, would we even be friends?
I wouldn't probably even live here.
Yeah, like I don't
Like
think
I'd
like
probably be an Oxnard still or something.
honestly, I think you're kind of a Chad.
Oh, shucks.
Like you're a Chad now.
Insert Chad meme.
No, because I think you're a Chad. And I think able-bodied or not, you'd still be a Chad. I don't think our worlds would have coincided. Like,
If it wasn't for the disability nerf.
how do I say this respectfully? Like, I play Magic the Gathering. I play video games and I just kind of, you know what I mean?
I would play video games
Uh,
still. I mean,
well,
like,
I guess like I don't know. Nah, you're right. Who cares? We'd still be friends. Who cares? Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. That's like some weird little clicky high school shenanigans. I graduate. Who cares about that?
uh,
Yeah, I can be friends with anybody or homies.
huh. What's your favorite dinosaur and orc? Moving on.
Ooh.
Moving on to the important question. I get a lot of arc questions, which I love.
This, yeah. What's your favorite dinosaur and arc?
Lately, it's been the griffin, which ain't even a dinosaur. So I guess that I can't answer with that. It's a DLC creature.
I've never played Ark,
Um,
so
my
the Bigfoot that froze its own poop.
Mesopithecus.
I think so. I think that's kind of
That's
cool.
actually just like a little monkey that you can
Uh,
tame, and it will literally throw poop. Like you use it a lot in PvP because you can uh you can actually use it to like raid people's bases if they
the
have
poop slinger build.
if they have windows in their base. You can throw the monkey into their base,
No way.
and the monkey will unlock the door. It's so cool.
That's goofy. Ah, that's funny. All right.
Um, are you more of a morning or a night person? Uriel, you're more of a night person, aren't you?
No, I actually disagree. I'm more of a morning
Really?
person. You know, I'm more of a morning person. It's because like my recent habits and sleep
Ah,
patterns have really jacked me up.
mm,
Like Dominic sees me at my worst when I wake up at like 9. But imagine, but you know how energetic I can get around lunchtime
yeah.
because like everything's been shifted over a few hours.
Hmm.
Now imagine if I had a normal sleep schedule, regular sleep schedule. Like I clocked in at like 10 and I woke and like that grogginess or like the you see me at like 9 a.m.
Nah,
It's actually happening at 6, and then by 7 I'm fresh. I'm ready to go.
see, when I think of you being groggy, I think of like when I ask you to turn me in the middle of the night,
Okay, that's like 4 in the morning, like
and
3 in the morning.
you like
Uh,
drunkenly stumble over and like almost trip 3 times, like just
it's
trying to
dark.
like.
It's dark. Eh? It's like, oh shit. It's hard to do. I'm like, man. But like, I very much I prefer mornings. It's just I stay up late. Does that make me a night person? It's just I think there's more going on there, like
Yeah.
psychologically. I
Okay.
think it's because I feel like I don't get enough done during the day because I wake up so late.
Mhm.
That psychologically pushes me to stay up late to finish said things that I should have started a few hours earlier. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Like, because I've always been a morning person. I've always been like up and ready. Like when push comes to shove, you've seen me. Like,
Hey, when we go to sports camp, dude, that's
well, you've seen it. Like when push comes to shove, it's like, oh, we're going to LA. I'm like, all right,
yeah,
I'm all business.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude,
Like
we're gonna have to get up at like
6,
5.
5. Ooh,
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
what am I gonna eat for breakfast? Mickey D's,
Biggity.
Mickey D's.
I think I'm more of a morning person. I like doing all my work if I can in the morning, get all my stuff done for the day earlier rather than later.
Well, see, I'm the same way.
Yeah,
You know, like that.
because
Yeah.
like after, you know, 2 or 3 o'clock, um, I'm just checked out. Like right now, I want to sleep so bad.
Girl.
But yeah, definitely more of a morning person.
Hmm.
What is okay? Final question. Ready?
Hmm.
What's your favorite holiday?
Um, Halloween, because I like the aesthetic of it the
The
most.
spooky.
I think Christmas is a popular choice because you're getting gifts and you get to see family. I love my family. I see them as often as I try. I'm pretty bad at it, but it's all it, like Christmas with grandma is really sweet.
Let's go.
We'll do that. We'll just say Christmas. Is it my favorite? No, but it's my favorite for the
Family.
love, the family,
Yeah.
again, to hang out with
See,
cousins. Yeah.
see mine
If I
because
had an actual friend group,
Halloween.
yeah,
Where
like if I had friends and I lived in a
do you
bigger,
have friends?
they're all they don't go out as much as I do,
Yeah, but
man.
you have friends, so that
Yeah, I
cannot be
do.
the
Yeah,
reason.
okay. It's like we're not doing like crazy like Halloween parties or like planning anything. It's just like, yo, bro, you on? You online? You know?
Yeah.
So we'll do a Christmas, yeah.
Nah, for the same reason, my favorite
Hanukkah.
is Thanksgiving.
Mm.
Uh,
Ramadan. So,
yes, definitely. Uh, I don't know. I just really like the vibes of Thanksgiving because of, football, family, and I don't know, food, like the three F's, right? I don't know, I just like it.
it's
There's
different.
no
Like,
pressure to like give presents like you said for Christmas.
yeah.
It's just, a nice get together with family usually. I enjoy football and I don't know, it's just my favorite holiday for those reasons. Yeah.
Thanksgiving is awkward for us
Yeah.
because we've had several relatives that have died on
Oh,
Thanksgiving like day. So whenever Thanksgiving rolls around, it's kind of like, well, it's that date. It's not the loss of the loved ones, but also we just don't we've never celebrated Thanksgiving that hard because
yeah.
my parents and I'll just say it, like my parents are not the wealthiest. I'm not the wealthiest. We're kind of broke, and we're not very consumeristic.
If you couldn't tell by the lack of emotion.
Yeah, way. But what I mean, it's like there was one year where we tried. We
Yeah.
did the whole Thanksgiving dinner. We invited people over. We had a turkey and everything. And then after the fact, the family got together. We huddled up and we said, "Yeah, we're not doing that again. That kind of sucked. Like that kind of sucked. Like the turkey was like expensive. Like who are we trying to like please?
Impress.
Yeah, it's just like, like oh, we've already assimilated to American culture. We just don't consume as hard because
Yeah.
it's like, what are we doing? Like let's just make tamales, man. Let's just make Mexican food. It's just like this is so now we do Thanksgiving lunches. And then during the evening we just kind of hang out or like do our own thing. You know what I
That's
mean?
cool.
It's like nothing crazy.
That's cool.
Oh,
Well, that was all the questions,
yeah,
buddy.
dude.
Anything you'd like to say before we leave this one off?
Oh, okay, sorry. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, if you like what we had to say today, please leave us a rating, perhaps a nice little review on Apple Podcasts if you're so inclined, or leave a YouTube comment. And be sure to share with your friends and family. But yeah, Spotify has comments now too. So
Uh-oh.
if you're not already, be
If they
sure
leave a
to
hate comment,
what?
like a hate comment,
A hate comment. I mean, we'll take it. All press is good press. Um,
they'll create a whole YouTube video essay about why that person sucks.
yeah.
Just joking.
If you're not already, be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube at The Disability Myth.
Oh yeah, TikTok was unbanned and banned again.
Yep.
Oh, no, unbanned and then unbanned. That's crazy.
Yep.
3 months. Look at that. We got to it.
All right then. Peace and love and may the force be with you.